Hello, I'm Don Keating, Brunswick Cable Access News. Thanks for joining me this evening. Road construction season hits again. Well, it's that time of the year again. Time for those orange barrels to pop up all over the place, be it your neighborhood street or the local highway. The Ohio Department of Transportation's website shows numerous construction projects going on right now in various parts of Medina County. There are currently 10 projects ongoing in Medina County alone. The soonest one of the projects will be finished is estimated to be May 31st, and the latest estimated completion is October 15th of 2018. Remember, as always, to obey the posted speed limits through the construction zones, watch out for workers, and by all means, keep your eyes on the road. That text or phone call can wait. For additional information, go to the ODOT website at www.dot.state.oh.us. Will June heat up and dry out? It has been a fairly damp month of May across the Buckeye State of Ohio, and one would think that would lead to a drier month of June. But that's not always the case. Many times the atmosphere cannot heat up when there's been a lot of rainfall. Why? Well, because the ground is saturated. It acts like a sponge that keeps the air from heating up. The heat is absorbed instead of radiating back into the atmosphere. For example, during the last really hot summer we had, the ground was very dry and readings touched or exceeded 100 degrees several times. That was also the year of the derecho in Ohio in 2012. Other dry and hot years were 1999 and 1988, just to name a few. Only time will tell if it's to be a normal or a hot summer, but one thing is for sure, as long as farmers are benefiting from the moisture, at least we know there will be plenty of crops to harvest later this summer or fall, as long as it doesn't get too wet. Let's go to the fair. The Ohio State Fair will take place this year from July 25th to August 5th, and it promises to be jam-packed with fun, thrills, and entertainment once again, as in the past. Attractions, major attractions at that, booked this year include Cheap Trick, Styx, Reba McEntire, The Beach Boys, and Kids Bop Live, among many others. Go to ohiostatefair.com/concerts for a complete listing as well as pricing. Some other things to do besides the usual rides, food, and vendors include, but are not limited to, see the Budweiser Clydesdales. Have you ever ridden a camel? I haven't, but now is your chance. Go to the pig races, hit up a petting zoo, take a pony ride, or play jumbo tic-tac-toe. And in my case, you're guaranteed to win because I lose every time. The Central Ohio Model Railroad Train exhibit will also be at the State Fair this year. For a complete rundown of activities, prices, and hours, go to the official State Fair website at ohiostatefair.com. Port Authority promoting Innovation Park. County officials who have been trying unsuccessfully to encourage development at Innovation Park for more than a decade seem to have a new prospect to become the first commercial developer at the technology park. Economic Development Director Bethany Bentler told members of the Medina County Port Authority an 18-acre parcel in the park is one of 3 potential building sites in Northeast Ohio recommended for a new research and development facility by the Economic Development Agency, Team NEO. Dentler said she does not know the name of the company which is helping finding a construction site from Jobs Ohio, but the description of the type of land being sought in a rural community seems to match well with the parcel available at Innovation Park. The terms of the agreement with the county commissioners governing the sale of Innovation Park is under review and expected to be revised soon. County commissioners have already agreed to a draft of the new agreement prepared with the help of the Medina County Prosecutor's Office. Dentler said Port Authority members should approve it at their next meeting following a final review. No brownfield grant. Dentler also told Port Authority's members May 2nd that the Ohio Environmental Protection Agency had turned down their application for $300,000 to assess the potential for redevelopment of several brownfield sites around the county. The application submitted last year was intended to evaluate possible contamination at an abandoned industrial site in Wadsworth, Lodi, Medina, and Brunswick. The assessment process is considered a prerequisite for potential redevelopment of those sites. And now let's take a look at some community events on your local bulletin board. Brunswick Farmers Market begins June 10th. The Brunswick Farmers Market begins June 10th, 2018 and runs on Sundays from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. through October 14th. Parking and admission are both free, and the Farmhouse Museum is also open on those days from noon until 2. There is a lot to see and do with many great vendors. Come out and enjoy the day. Those interested in vending are encouraged to call area code 330-441-0292 or send an email to the brunswickareahistory@gmail.com. Peggy Berry said methane, carbon dioxide, and other chemicals emitted from the compressor stations can take a toll on people's physical and mental health, and those living near the compressor station should get regular medical checkups to better deal with potential health issues. Raina Ripple, director of the Southwest Pennsylvania Environmental Health Project, said her organization has measured emissions from pipeline compressor stations and documented the chemicals they release and their health consequences. We've gathered a lot of data over the last 6 to 7 years, Ripple said. We know a lot at this point, so don't believe those who say we don't have enough information to prove that these things can harm your health. Ripple conceded the data her group has gathered is not yet sufficient to meet the standards of most accepted scientific studies, but her group is moving in that direction, and the preliminary data it has produced is important. Ripple encouraged those in the audience to help her organization further its research by becoming citizen scientists. She said the website for her organization will direct them to how they can get free kits to monitor and document potential pollution coming from the Guilford Road compressor station. The Ohio EPA and the Akron Regional Air Quality Management District have both stated they will not be testing the toxins being emitted from the Nexus Wadsworth compressor station, Jones said. So the residents of Medina County are on their own. Those wishing to help with the air monitoring project should send contributions to Sustainable Medina County Monitoring Fund at P.O. Box 1033, Wadsworth, Ohio 44282. Country artist Kane Brown to headline Medina County Fair. The Fair Board has announced that Kane Brown, with special guest Smithfield, will be the main entertainer at the 2018 Medina County Fair. Kane and Smithfield will appear on stage on Thursday, August 2nd at 8 p.m. Opening act Smithfield is best known for their breakout hit, Hey Whiskey, which has sold more than 60,000 downloads and accumulated more than 2.7 million streams. They have been named Artist to Watch by People, Billboard, Rolling Stone Country, Nash Country Daily, and the Huffington Post, and had 2 top 5 singles on Sirius XM. Kane Brown, from Georgia, began posting videos of himself as a teenager. His deep drawl has been compared to Josh Turner or Chris Young. His debut single, I Used to Love You Sober, immediately soared to the top of the iTunes country charts, selling over 255,000 downloads and garnering more than 3 million streams on Spotify. Brown co-wrote 4 of the 5 tracks on his EP on his EP Chapter 1, which claimed the #3 spot on the Billboard Country Albums chart and hit the top of the iTunes Country and overall album chart. Tickets for the August 2nd concert go on sale at the fair office or online at www.medina-fair.com, 9 a.m. Saturday, May 19th. Phone sales open that day at 10 a.m. by calling 330-723-9633. Ticket prices are $30 plus a $4 service charge. Fair admission is separate. Council looks to prohibit feeding of wildlife. City Council has asked the Law Department to amend the city's nuisance order in an effort to deter residents from feeding area wildlife, including deer. Animal Control Officer Mike Kellums told Council last week that the city has received several calls in recent weeks reporting residents who are not only putting out feed for wild animals in their yards, but damaging the neighbors' properties in the process. In one of the cases, Kellums said, the resident has been placing what he refers to as a commercialized feeder in the backyard of his residence that attracts dozens of deer to the property every morning. The neighbor actually took a video one morning that showed 45 deer at one time in the yard. Kellums said during Council's Safety Committee meeting May 7th, "I was shocked to see that video and how many deer came as soon as the feeder went out." Kellums said neighbors have voiced their concerns as the deer have not only been leaving behind piles of fecal deposits, but have been eating and destroying plants and bushes. Equally as problematic, he says, is that when residents place feed in their yard for wild animals, it attracts multiple types of species. Especially when you place a large feeder in your yard, you're going to get all kinds of critters, raccoons, skunks, possums, you name it, he said. Though Kellums has spoken with property owner responsible, he said the resident is well aware the city does not have an ordinance on the books preventing such activity. As a result, the city has no means of enforcement. Kellums said he hopes that will change once amended nuisance laws are in place later this year. He will have an easier time enforcing the law, which fines and penalizes, with fines and penalties in place, that is. Planning Commission approves expansion of St. Ambrose Sanctuary. The city's Planning Commission approved detailed site plans calling for the expansion of the sanctuary at St. Ambrose Catholic Church last week. As part of its May 3rd meeting, the commission approved plans calling for additions on the north, west, east, and southwest sides of the existing church, totaling 3,191 square feet. Those additions, including an expansion of the vestibule and lobby on the north side of the existing church, and will also allow space for choir, risers, flexible seating, and a music office on the west side of the church. Additionally, the expansion also called for the construction of a multi-purpose room on the church's northeast side, as well as the expansion of the vestibule on the southwest side of the building. Reverend Robert Steck, church pastor, said that as part of the project, substantial interior renovations are also proposed, which include the removal and replacement of the existing pews, new freestanding chairs, and the construction of an additional restroom. The church is 35 years old and has been well used and worn, he said. We started turning to a fuller plan beyond just repair to create a place of prayer and worship that will address our urgent needs now, while creating a place to pray and worship for generations to come. Steck said the parish hopes to begin construction in late August. And now let's take a look at your local weather. All right, well, the way things look now, as I reported earlier in the piece about how much rain we've had during the month of May, kind of looks like that's going to take over into the month of June. Let's look at our weather headlines. The average highs and lows for the month of, or actually for the time frame of May 3rd to June 5th. Your average highs for that time frame range from 73 to 75 degrees, and the average lows range from 53 to 55 degrees. Your average rainfall during that 7-day time frame is actually up to 0.88 inches, and you'll notice that that is steadily on the increase because of the fact that we have more thunderstorm activity take place. Now let's take a look at the expected outlook from the National Weather Service for temperatures across the United States and into Canada. You can see that most of the country is going to be expecting a pretty decent chance of above normal temperatures for that time frame, and that means nothing but hot and humid conditions, at least east of the Mississippi River into the Ohio Valley. And further out west, you will know that if you're in the desert, it's a lot drier out there, and it's a dry heat. I promise. That's what they say, right? Temperatures lead into precipitation. How much precipitation could be above normal according to the prognosticators? Well, in the northern tier states up here in the Great Lakes region up into the New England states, there is a pretty decent chance of below normal precipitation. But you go from the lower Ohio Valley down into the southeastern United States and into the Mississippi Valley, it looks like they will have a pretty decent chance at above normal precipitation for that area. And in the Pacific Northwest, they're expecting a decent chance of below normal precipitation as well. So whatever you do, wherever you're at, enjoy the weather. And one thing's for sure, if you don't like it, wait a day. In Ohio, as you all know, it can change in that quick a time. And now let's take a look at some community events on your local bulletin board. Brunswick Farmers Market begins June 10th. The Brunswick Farmers Market begins June 10th, 2018 and runs on Sundays from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. through October 14th. Parking and admission are both free, and the Farmhouse Museum is also open on those days from noon until 2. There is a lot to see and do with many great vendors. Come out and enjoy the day. Those interested in vending are encouraged to call area code 330-441-0292 or send an email to the Brunswick Area History @gmail.com. Yoga inspired by nature. On Monday, June 4th, let the fresh air and beauty of the outdoors boost your energy and vitality. Join Linda Stevenson for an hour of outdoor-themed yoga, breath, and meditation at Brunswick Lake from 6:30 to 7:45 p.m. This unique combination of yoga and nature will provide inspiration for your yoga practice and new methods of mindfulness using nature as our muse. Please bring your own yoga mat. Children must be accompanied by an adult. We will meet in the Cleveland Clinic parking lot on Center Road, Route 303. To register, contact Linda, ages 10 to adult. There is a $10 fee. This health, sports, and recreation event is provided by the Medina County Park District. For more details, contact the park office at 440-888-9865 or email lastevenson02@gmail.com. Stroller hike. On June 5th from 10:30 to 11:30 a.m., come out and enjoy a stroll with a naturalist at Plum Creek Park, 2500 Plum Creek Parkway in Brunswick. On this guided hike, we will explore different parks and investigate nature happenings in a way both you and your little ones can understand. This is a fun way to enjoy the outdoors, get a little exercise, and socialize with other parents. Children can be in strollers, backpacks, or can toddle along on their own. Mid to full size or jogger type strollers are recommended. All ages are welcome. No registration is required. It's free of charge. This children's activity is provided by the Medina County Park District. For more information, contact the park office at 330-722-9364 or email parks@medinacountyparks.com. The Lost Nature Center of Jurassic World. On Friday, June 8th and Saturday, June 9th, provide an opportunity for you and your children to experience the Lost Nature Center of Jurassic World at the Susan Hambley Nature Center on Parshin Drive in Brunswick. Have you heard of the Lost Nature Center hidden inside Jurassic World? We hadn't either until now. Step through the front door and be transported into the Lost Nature Center. Get up close views of dinosaurs and other prehistoric creatures as you explore this hidden gem. All ages are welcome. No registration is required. It's free of charge. Times are from noon until 5 p.m. both days. This children's activity is provided by the Medina County Park District. For more information, contact the park office at 330-722-9364 or email parks@medinacountyparks.com. June 7th, Planning Commission. The Brunswick Planning Commission will meet on June 7th at the Brunswick Center Hall, 4095 Center Road, from 8:30 to 9 p.m. Planned for discussion are, for new businesses, a public hearing, home appliance, detailed site plan, 1997 Pearl Road, a detailed site plan, Panini's addition and patio expansion at 3520 Center Road, discussion plan, Fuller Property Preliminary Subdivision Plan and rezoning from RR District to RL District, east side of North Carpenter Road, north of Marpet Lane. Old business, the Facade Revision, Center Road 303, Lesser Wash 3901 Center Road. Train rides, board games, and other things to do at the Cuyahoga Valley National Park on Sunday, June 3rd from 1:45 to 3:30 p.m. Come ride the rails through Cuyahoga Valley National Park while you enjoy tabletop games in one of our table cars. We will provide the classics like checkers, Scrabble, and cards, or you can bring your own fun game on board. The train departs at 1:45 out of the Peninsula Depot. Beverages and snacks will be available for additional purchase in the concession car. Tickets are $12 per person, ages 3 and up. Children ages 2 and under do not need a ticket, but must sit on a parent's or guardian's lap. 2018 Bike Aboard, Sunday on June 3rd, 2018. The Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad kicked off the 2018 Bike Aboard season in April. For a $5 one-way fee, bikers and hikers can take the Ohio and Erie Canal Towpath Trail and can catch the train back to their starting location. The fee is for passengers ages 3 and older. The program will be available during the regular train schedule on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, beginning in May. Passengers should arrive 10 minutes before the departure time and pay the fare when they board. The train can be flagged down at the stations. For current details on any closures on the towpath, please visit www.nps.gov/CUVA. For more details on the Bike Aboard program, please visit www.cvsr.com. The Bike Aboard program is sponsored by Century Cycles. Hale Farm Explorer, beginning June 1st, Wednesday through Sunday, travel by train to this premier collection and property of Western Reserve Historical Society. Hale Farm and Village is an outdoor living history museum. Here you will experience daily mid-19th century life depicted through dozens of historic structures, farm animals, heritage gardens, cooking presentations, and demonstrations of early American craft and trades. You will board the train at the Rockside Station, then a tram will meet you at the Indigo Lake Station, where you will travel to historic Hale Farm and Village. For details about the timing of the event, please view each ticket description. Great for all ages. Passengers ages 3 and over do need a ticket. Departures from Rockside Station at 9 a.m. or from Akron Northside Station at 10:55 a.m. For more details, visit us at cvsr.com. Ever want to be a part of showbiz? Join us. Voluntary campaign for Medina Showbiz Monday, June 4th, 2018. In order for Medina Showbiz to bring the highest quality performances of the best Broadway shows to you, we need your help. We have just kicked off a Join Us campaign to increase our family of volunteers, donors, and members to help support the wonderful show lineup we have for our upcoming 2018-19 season. Join us and our growing list of volunteers. Besides the volunteer actors, there are a lot of other things that need to get done, including scenery construction, ushers, lighting, and box office, as well as sound, costumes, props, and marketing. Even while focused on getting things done, our volunteers have fun and share in the unique experience of creating live theatrical entertainment. Our website at www.medinashowbiz.org has a volunteer button to enable you to easily access information and download a volunteer application from Contact Vicki Jackson to find out more. Area code 330-241-0182. The genealogist is in. Easy for you to say. Drop by Medina Library, 210 South Broadway Street in Medina to get help from one of our genealogy and local history specialists. The genealogist is available every Tuesday from 1 to 4 p.m. For more information, call 330-725-0588. Stocked by donations, staffed by volunteers, shopped by everyone. Looking for gently used building material, supplies, and furniture for your home? The Habitat Restore is open every Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. located at 342 East Smith Road in Medina. The Habitat Restore is a retail building materials sales center that is open to the public. The Restore receives donations of new and like-new usable materials from local businesses and individuals. We offer these items to the public at a fraction of their retail price. Everyone working at the Restore is a volunteer. Our profits make it possible for qualified families to buy affordable housing. For more information, call us at 330-907-1978 or visit our website at www.medinahabitat.org. Thanks again for joining us. I do appreciate your time, and I want to give a special shout out to my assistant and producer, Louie Tyree, for all of her hard work in putting this production together. I'm Don Keating for Brunswick Cable Access News.